when their guy plays some games. Alright, hi everybody, Weather Guy here. We're back with some more Sunless guys. Hope you're doing great. I am feeling pretty good. We are heading to New Winchester because we need to repair our ship a little bit, and then we're going to head south and do exploring. Gotta do some exploring. We also have a lot of wood to turn in. Maybe we should do that. Gosh, I always do this. Where do they want a Port Avon, right? They want 5 though. We're 1 short. Oh, maybe we go to Port Avon anyway and turn in what we got. Just because 4 trees does take up a good bit of inventory, doesn't it? We got someone to fight. Da, 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 da. Oh no. Yeah, saw that coming. Overdid it on the fuel. Loot the hull or strip for materials. I think we try to get unusual cargo. I think that's usually the move. You know? We try to get something that we could use later for actually important stuff, right? Because that stuff is a little bit harder to come by, you know? Whereas supplies and stuff like that, repairing your hull, that's just spending dollary dues. We can do that anytime, you know? Oh, goodness. But yeah, I hope y'all are doing great. Again, I mentioned that this last time, but I'm recording back to back probably, so still in a smooth groove from last time where we explored a lot to the northeast. We didn't find anything, but we did a lot of exploring, and that's still valuable, right? Because now we know not to look there for Lustrum and Trader's Wood, right? We now know we can look in other places. So that is what we are doing today. I am committing to it. I am not going to get distracted. I hopefully won't. Offer to trade for their surplus of seeds. Or get supplies. Oh, they have a lot of options here. Let's do this again. Terrafell, great. Love having our Terrafall. I'm really proud of myself, by the way, for keeping it in check and not having any nightmares for this guy, O'Connor. Feels good. Feels fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, been watching Doctor Who with my kiddo lately. We finished the first season recently, and she is in love with that show, which is great. Feels good. What is this? This is new, isn't it? In sky suits and spore masks, your crew hauls a porous asteroid aboard. The top half is veiled by a mesh of fungus like minty crinoline. Lichen of all shades cling to the underside of the rock in an iridescent coating. Supplies, Terror. Our Terror's pretty good now. Study seems pretty good. Harvest. But that just gets us fuel, it looks like. Let's try studying. Nice. Another vision of heavens. Nice. It does not respond to movement, heat, or light. It does, however, seem inclined towards sound, emitting a puff of s'mores in the direction of 2 chattering crewmen. You perform further experiments. It ignores the noise of the engines and is unresponsive to music, but it does respond to singing. Apparently the fungus likes voices. Great. That's good news for us. We also need to stop by to turn in port reports as well, which takes no time, you know. Alright. Let us sell things in the market. Selling. Not the bronzewood. We have a gourd of nectar. That's great. Let's sell these things. Boom. Then we go to buying. We're going to get up to 3 and 1? Maybe 2? Yeah. Alright, now we need to go to here so we can repair, and we also need more crew once again. We still have $1984 dues, so that's pretty good. Pretty okay. Crew? Many crew. We are now crewed up for 80 sovereigns. That was not bad at all. Alright, that's it. Quick stop. Terror is at a whopping 0. Look at that. It's gorgeous. You love to see that. All supplied up. We still have stuff to sell as well. We're feeling good. We're in a good spot here, I feel like. Turn in some port reports real quick. I think we have 2. Yep. Trade favor for balance. That's great. And that's it. We are on the move today. We're moving quick. Moving quick. Getting things done. Port of On. And then to the northwest. Bum bum ba na 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 na. Bum bum na 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 na. Why is this doing this? There it goes. We might also have some stuff to turn in here. Besides the... Besides the, What am I trying to say? That's stain rod. Okay, so that's the location for both of those. Okay. I thought the... Oh, maybe it is here. I don't know. No, it's not. So, we had a task where we could kill Cantankery. Kind of went the wrong way. That's okay. And then get a trophy. But I think we actually turned that in down at Ledbetter, the Nature Reserve stuff. So, just something to keep in mind. At least with that, I don't believe it takes up any inventory space, so no big deal. Oh, no. Too bad we don't have one more wood to completely finish this thing. Although, map is what I need. They do sell bronze wood there. I should have went there first. That's okay. For some reason, I vaguely remembered that the circus sold bronze wood. Here we go. Here we go. Get in there. Get in there. Port of On is thriving. I think. Bazaar? Oh, we only needed 4 more. Great. Did we sell them? I think we sold them. Oh, that's how many you had. We need 1 more. Okay. They have unseasoned hours for sale, so we'll definitely get those. And, okay, let's continue on. Just exploring. Let's zoom back in a bit. I think we're going to go up in here. But yeah, we're doing pretty solid on money still. Like, nothing there makes me nervous, so that's great. We're not really hungry for money anymore. All we have to do is keep making sound financial decisions, right? And we'll continue to grow. Which is great. Good for us. Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum. Oh! No shot. Where's it at? I just saw something over here. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Look at this. It wasn't even that far away. Could it be? Could it be Traitor's Wood? Have we finally found Traitor's Wood after all this time? We've been trying to find it forever. Holy moly. This is great. Traitor's Wood is a sprawling, secluded forest on the edge of the Reach. Few venture beneath its gloomy boughs, and legend speaks of a king who sleeps under the barrow at the wood's heart. Interesting. An opportunity, a lumber camp. Blue smoke rises from a camp at the fringes of the pale wood. Let's check it out. Blue smoke rises from a camp at the fringes of elevator. There is more than can be burned for charcoal and more than the company will pay for. Rather than leave it slowly rot in the rain, the lumberers are willing to sell it to those captains with a reputation for discretion. They're cautious about being found out by the company. So we can 960 to gain 5 bronze wood. We're not going to take it by force, but we also don't have the space right now. Right, we don't have the space to actually buy all 5. We're going to keep that in mind though. If we go to the bazaar, or not the actual shop, we can buy one though. And then take it in a minute, maybe, back down towards Port-Avon. Wood's Edge. The wood is vast as a felled giant and fathomless as a great ocean. Great rating. Gather flowers. You may gain verdant seeds, or hunt in Trader's Wood, you may gain a caged catch. Or slumber in the wood, you may gain vision in the heavens. So what's the cost here? What's the cost? What's the risk? Let's go for the caged catch. The game in the forest is unparalleled. The glories of the sport it offers are spoken of even in the hunting lodges of Port-Avon. Succeed. A keen-eyed stoker spies tracks leading into the wood. You follow them. Birds cry out in the canopy ahead of you, startled by something moving. Quicken your pace. Your quarry slows, allowing you to catch up. It stands in a copse of silverwood. Proud stag with its many-tined triple crown. Its Majesty does not spare your bullets. It takes 5 people to carry it back to your engine. Great. So we can do all of these? No. We can only do one at a time. I see. Campfire. 3 figures draped in scholars' robes huddle around a campfire. Let's check this out. As you approach, the discussion dies. One of the scholars, a woman with a fierce expression, stands up. Only scholars should be here. Are you one? No, you are not. Give him a supply? Yeah, let's do it. The vituperative classicist compares your offering with a burnt toast and wan tea they had been suppering on. Well, all right, I suppose. The woman is a vituperative classicist. Her companions, a dismal paleographer, forlorn young man, and a feckless theologian, handsome youth with an easy smile. They explain that they are here to enter the regent's grave, where they believe a sleeping king lies buried. They do not agree as to the king's identity. Unfortunately, the college has cut off funding, the classicist explains. Speak to us if you'd be interested in helping. Interesting, so we can fund them. Ask how we can help. Your inquiry induces a rare spirit of cooperation in the scholars. The last expedition into the woods found a document written in the correspondence. It contained directions to a place called the Steward's Font, the theologian explains. Alas, that is all it needs to break their alliance. The paleographer begins to argue that the steward was a chief position in Charlemagne's household. Classis makes a pointed reference to Inanna's husband. Theologian smiles forced. If you could find the font, it would be an immense boon to my work. There are sputters of protestation. Our work. Okay. Great. Now we can speak to all these people as well. Let's do that. Theologian's tent is the largest of the 3. Its interior has been decorated with carpets and throws, which trap the smoke from his hookah. The air is a scented fug. Theologian is reclining on cushions, drinking wine. Wow, they have a lot to say. Let's see what he thinks about the paleographer. The theologian smiles innocently. Yes, we used to know each other very well indeed. This was back at college, before all his passion got sucked out of him. He sighs. Some people can't accept change. Alright, let's ask about the classicist. She's very talented and very funny, not at all nice. She's furious with me. Why? He won't say. I think I've done enough damage with both of them. He shakes his head. If it weren't for St. John and the Academic Senate sending me here, I doubt I'd have seen her again. Till she becomes principal, of course. What's his theory? The theologian's eyes widen. He is delighted to have been asked that question. According to the Legenda Aurea, St. John is sleeping somewhere, waiting for the coming of the Antichrist, which would mean the end of the world, and what is the high wilderness but that? We left the world behind, and the stars are going out. Just after we arrive, we discover a tomb hidden in an ancient wood. He runs a hand through his hair. Sometimes we must have faith. Alright. Turn to camp. We talk to him. Now we're going to talk to the classicist. The classicist's tent is practical and largely unornamented. The interior is damp from her various walking clothes which have been scattered across the floor. Old playbills and gaudy costume jewelry hang from the tent ceiling like charms. The classicist is pacing the tent, reading Herodotus while smoking up a storm. Alright, what's her theory? Isn't it obvious? She rolls her eyes. Fine, I'll tell you what I told the Academic Senate. The high wilderness is heaven, not as the church conceives it, but as the Sumerians did. A place of stars and chaos and impossible powers, in proximity to and affecting our own world, but far, far removed. He pauses for a breath. Inanna, the Queen of Heaven, entered the underworld in search of her husband and was trapped for a time. That is the myth. This may be the truth. She waves her hand dismissively. Besides, we made some promising discoveries in the wood. Okay. Her invective goes on for an hour, and she only remembers to fetch you tea midway through. A liar and a traitor and a fool, she says, spooning in entirely too much sugar. I loathe him. Her hand shakes as she pours. Oh man, the theologian is not popular. She laughs scornfully but refuses to be drawn. I will not waste breath on the undeserving. She is brutal. Alright, now the paleographer. The paleographer's tent is in some distance from the rest of the camp and almost in the forest. It is smaller and more worn than the tents of the others. Inside, however, the tent is both warm and sturdy. No rain leaks through the oilskin. The paleographer's inks and reference books and old theater handbills are neatly sorted. The paleographer is at a little wooden desk, conjugating the subjunctive. What's his theory? It's a little strange, I admit. You certainly won't find this in Einhard. There are legends that say the great king did not leave his people on death and instead sleeps in a barrel, waiting for their hour of need. He almost smiles. You query his people. I do not forget that we are British. Pauses for effect. But is our queen not of German parentage? Would not her ancestor look out for her Europe's greatest monarch as she embarks on her most significant endeavor? Alright. The paleographer is lost in thought. When he answers you, he looks rueful. The three of us were at college together, in the same year. We were all interested in the theater, but eventually pursued other things. I hadn't seen him in years, until the Traitors' Wood funding came up at the Senate. He sniffs. His intellect is second-rate, but his charm is first-class. We can't all be brilliant. He sighs despondently. Now the classicist, who is very rude. A remarkable scholar and a terrifying goneril. At college, when she trod the boards, shakes his head. Ancient history now, which is her province, not mine. He makes a strong cup of tea for himself and then offers you the same. Bitterness has curdled her. He sips his drink and grimaces, like this milk. Alright, great, we talked to all of them. Talked to all the homies. Okay. Now we do the Somerset camp? Nope. Did that already. The Woods Edge is where we did this, okay. Did the lumber camp. Okay, so now we're at Woods Deep, where Somerset College wanted us to go. Prepare for a large expedition, prepare for a small expedition, or a return to the wood. Risk more crew, but the lower the chance of failure, so we bring 10 crew. Need two of both of those. Let's go for it, dude. Large expedition. A sizable contingent of your crew volunteers to follow you into the woods. Packs are hoisted on the shoulders. Rations divided and sensibly stored in little tubs. We're with you, Captain, a stout signaller tells you. Okay. We're in trouble because we don't have enough crew. Great. There's all the different things we've discovered so far. That's fun. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, we wanted to go to the steward's font. Moderate difficulty. Let's go for it. The scholars share individually what they know. Their transcriptions of the correspondence differ significantly, and they refuse to work together on single translation. Still, it should be enough to get to the general area of the font. Gather your crew and make for the edge of the Whispering Wood. Scholars emerge from their tents to wave you off. You emerge into a field of purple flowers, bright as new bruises. Captain! The stoker's voice is anxious. Can you hear them? Something whispers from beneath the petals. Let's try to do the safer thing, which is stop our ears. You find your booziest stoker and demand she open her knapsack. Inside, as expected, a veritable cellar of wine. Protests are stifled when she realizes you intend to drink the wine now. Better everyone's drunk than hearing the voices. An hour or so later, you stagger through the field, holding each other upright. Flowers whisper to you, you do not hear them. Long shadows move through the silver trees ahead. There is a mournful howl. Someone sounds hungry, Stoker tries to joke. A low growling comes from behind you. The beasts have your scent. Now, we fight them, right? Because 72% chance of success, right? We don't hide. Let's do that. We failed. Great. How many crew do we lose? Beasts leap from the shadows. Your guns barely slow them. In the dark, you can only see snatches of the creatures ripping into your crew. It is probably for the best. Claws like meat hooks. Splintered teeth like rocks off a shore. Their howls of discordance are equaled by the screams of your crew. You are forced into a retreat. Your fallen acting as a meaty distraction from your flight. Great, we lost a crew member. The ground gives way to a bog, gray and fetid as a newly slain corpse. It burps lazily. The marsh reads susurrate, growing in volume as you approach. There is English amidst the polyphony. Names, yours and those of your crew. Search for another route. That's a better chance of success. Let's do that. There we go. The wood extends for miles, but too does the bog, as though it were once a river or a moat. It is hours before you find a passable clearing. A glade of emerald hue, nestled between a copse of silver trees that shiver and sigh like consumptives. The trees whisper as you pass. They lie in a dozen languages, only half known to you and your crew. The discordance shivers beneath the boughs. Correspondence ignites wood that shrieks, as though not meant to speak it. Wood burns and breaks, the passing is treacherous and slow, eventually however you emerge. You've gained a tale of terror. It's not the date that it was. Sick. Tree line parts ahead. Enter the steward's font. We made it. Look at that. XP? You scale down the wet rock face and into the cave. It is several moments before your eyes adjust to the light. The cavern is not natural. The walls are covered with bronze wood and studded with Navarretine gemstones, driven in too deep to remove. Distant starlight from the cave mouth reflects off the stones, filling the cave with radiance. Towards the back of the cave, you find a silver seal the size of a curved crescent blade. Correspondence is scored on the blade's battered metal. It is too large to move, but you record the sigils. Perhaps one of the scholars will be able to translate. You take the seal. Gain 9 crew, so we only lost 1 for that. That's not bad. So let's speak to them again. Let's see if he can translate. Oh, interesting. I think I like this guy the best, though. He takes the paper from you and starts work. After a minute, he blasphemies creatively. This was given as some kind of office, like a bishopric. He frowns and brushes his hair from his eyes. At Pentecost, Christ gave our bishoprics to his apostles. He retires to his desk and keeps reading. Finally, he is finished. It is a reference to stewardship. The office bestowed on the wielder was Tamer of the King's Bower. It is a reference to the giggling place. I'll mark it on your map. Now we have to go to the giggling place. Oh boy. Oh boy. Gained experience though, and we got some sovereigns. That's pretty good. So now what do? Another expedition into Woods Deep? Seems like a decent idea. We have time, I think, to do another expedition. Let's try that. We might need to buy more stuff. No, we have enough. Let's make sure we can buy more if we need it, though. Right? No, we cannot buy more fuel, which means it would be a mistake. Big, big, big mistake. To do another large expedition, because I would use up the rest of our fuel. So we'll have to come back to do that expedition. It's fine. Let's look at the parting glade. The forest rises behind the station where a few tents have been set up. What might be an owl calls from somewhere in the wood. In the far distance, a great stone barrow rises over the trees. The glade, an oasis of wildflowers and sweet meadow filled in the midst of the brooding trees, is where captains meet to do business and bring their ventures to the wood to conclusion. So we can explore the gate. Oh, let's try the court report. Let's go. Court report. Outside of the Somerset camp, the great forest of bronzewood trees has gone untouched by human hands. Voices sound in the deeps of the woods, forlorn and far away. The wood is vast, vastly lonely. Alright. There is no one else here at present, but there are signs of recent passage, a discarded set of cups from some clandestine picnic, loose paper hastily torn from a notebook, a few bullets and scorched grass. People come to the glade to conduct meetings, as neutral ground and as a place to think, secluded from the watchful eyes of the high wilderness. Watchful gaze, rather. Okay. So I think that's about it that we can do here. I think the plan right now is we're going to go back real quickly down to Port Avon. Buy fuel there if we can. I don't know if we can. We might need to go all the way back to New Winchester. But then I want to return here, because not only do we have Trader's Wood, but we have this area around it that we haven't explored yet, right? We won't be able to get all that today. I think today all we're going to do is go back to Port Avon, turn in the last of the wood, sell, and that'll be good. We're up over 3K dollar dues now. I don't know if you saw that. That's incredible. Feels good. I'm so glad we finally found it. And what's crazy is it wasn't even that hard. It wasn't even that crazy of a location. It was just straight up here. It was a straight shot. There was nothing scary in between. We still need to find Lustrum, and I think there was one other one as well. Although that might just be a city that's in the next region that keeps getting referenced, the other one. I'm 90% sure Lustrum's here somewhere, though. We just haven't found it. But today was a good day. We got a lot done. I mean, we've been looking for Trader's Wood for forever, right? That was the first location where I was like, I gotta find Trader's Wood. Where's Trader's Wood? And I had multiple deaths from searching for it, right? Even my first death, I was looking for Trader's Wood. And we finally found it. After all this time, it's been months. Months! Crazy. What else is going on in the world? I don't know. I am a wrestling fan, by the way, and it is March 1st for me right now, which means it is the day that John Cena has turned evil. Oh no. Let's see. Let's turn in our stuff. Sorry, that was such a random thing, but I just watched it tonight, so it's still like fresh in my mind, you know. Boom. Port Avon welcomes now 4. That's sick. Cricket season is 9. Mr. Sharma of Port Avon will pay for 5 consignment. Yep. Great. So we should not have any more bizarre stuff. Great. We don't have anything to sell to them. Great. We can buy fuel. Right? Yeah. Right? Yes. Okay. Okay, sorry, I was confused for a second. Okay, so let's get back stocked up on all this, right? Actually, supplies are pretty good. Let's just get more fuel. I don't know why our supplies are good. I missed what happened there. But next time, I think we just go back, right? How much? What all do we have in our inventory? We still have... Oh, we have to sell this. Man, I think we actually go to New Winchester next time, and then we come back this way, so we can get this stuff out of our inventory, right? Sell it, go back. That way we can buy the stack of 5 wood as well, you know? I think that's the plan for next time. New Winchester, then back over to Trader's Wood and see what happens. But yeah, that's all I got today. Good day today. We did it. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure that you take care of others. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.